Welcome everybody. Welcome to Fitness Talk. I'm your host, Kevin. Today we're gonna have a great show. We're gonna have a part two. Is fitness getting too sexual? Before we start, I'd like everybody to like, comment, and share because I want to get the algorithm going so everybody can view the show. Once again, it's gonna be a great show, and thank you for coming on. So we're gonna introduce the guest. Tiff.
Hi, I'm host Tiffany, rep the 40 plus club.
Sabrina.
You want me
Hi, my name is Sabrina Parr. I am getting Parr on Instagram. I'm an entrepreneur. I have my own fitness line. And recently I created my own CBD wellness line.
Dani.
Hi, my name is Dani. My Instagram handle is at House of Beauty, New Jersey. I have a salon in Inglewood, New Jersey.
Titus.
John Titus, Titus Unlimited. Is what I would be on Instagram or Facebook. I'm a wellness advocate, and I also own a supplement company as well. So, there you go.
Rodney.
What's up, everybody? Arlen Fit here, online fitness coach. I specifically coach fathers, career-focused fathers, how to lose 40 pounds or more without starving themselves, without going on crazy fad diets. And I'm excited tonight to talk to everybody about this topic.
Tarrant.
My name is Tarrant. My name is Tarrant. I'm on. I've been a personal trainer for about 10 years. My Instagram is hit me with a follow.
Take the headphones off because you got echo in the background.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we good. Yeah, that's perfect now. All right, so now we hear everybody. So we know is fitness getting too sexual. So I want to start with Sabrina because she's the new guest to this. So I'm gonna let her start off. Is fitness getting too sexual?
To be honest, I don't think that it is. I think if you're really trying to compete with social media these days, it may not be sexual enough because everything else that I am looking at on social media has become extremely sexual. For example, a few days ago, I saw this guy giving a massage. It kind of spread throughout the internet and went viral. And I personally was turned on by watching the massage. And I'm like, oh my God, like I've never had a massage that sexual and that intimate. And that is becoming a very normal thing, And so a person like me who's been in the fitness industry a really long time, it's normal to show our bodies, because it's the way that we show our results. Looking at our physiques are very, very normal. And, just skin to skin with trainers and things of that nature, it's just very normal. And everything else is just becoming too much. So, no, I do not think that it's getting too sexual.
Go ahead, Terrence. Let me hear what you think about.
I honestly think that the industry is very sexualized. The truth is, like, everywhere you turn, you'll see females, they're pretty much butt naked. If they're doing arm day, they're starting off by showing their butt. And, they're putting out the assets out there that people want to see. And they're leading with sex because sex sells. And that's just a fact.
Hey, Tiff, go ahead, Tiff. I see your face. Go ahead. Say what you got to say.
I agree wholeheartedly. Fitness is very sexual, but it's always been sexual. It's just reaching new levels now. But it's never not. It's always been sexualized, but it's just getting a bit over the top now. I myself had to tap into a different mindset in order to, expand on my brand. Once I realized that, the more skin that you show, you can sell things. It's not a lot. It's true. It's true. But of course, I have my boundaries. I don't go as far as other gurus may go. I do what needs to be done to get me sold. But yeah, there's no way you have to be a bit sexual. It just goes with the job.
Hey Tiffany, fix your check your sound because it get the echo in the background. Hey, go ahead, Dani. Dani, tell me what you think.
I kind of agree with Tiff and Tarrant. I feel like because we're in the age where sex sells, it is over sexualized, and I mean, just for that reason, social media has really like brought it out even more. And I personally don't find anything wrong with it. I mean, if you look good, you look good. You have no choice, and you have no like. You can't do anything about how somebody perceives it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about it.
Go ahead, Rodney. I'm gonna let Brother Titus finish, y'all.
Yeah, me personally, I believe that fitness is getting a little too sexual. And I'm not just gonna say either men or with women. I think it's all across the board, right? A lot of people, a lot of coaches and trainers, influencers nowadays, what they call us, they're showing more of their body because they don't have much skills or expertise to show, right? They don't have nothing to teach. So it's like, fuck it. Can I curse on here? Oh, my bad.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So it's like, fuck it. I really don't know what I'm doing. So I'm going to look as sexual as possible to get the clicks, to get the likes, to get the views. And at the end of the day, if you're doing it enough, it's going to equal dollars for you.
Go ahead, Brother Titus.
Yeah, well, as I said before, the world has now become hypersexualized. Fitness has always been somewhere where people display their body and display results. That's not sexualization. A swimmer in their swim trunks, because they're standing there in their swim trunks, is not sexualization. Sexualization is when you place the camera to focus on your butt, and every time you come up, you have to jiggle your ass to do a rep. That's sexualization. And to the last point, sadly, a lot of the people who do most of these things, they're not even very qualified people. Their form is incorrect. They don't even understand what they're doing. Some of the moves that they're doing are actually pointless, and it's just basically promoting sex, and it creates an environment that people are tuning in not for fitness, but people are tuning in for entertainment, and there's a fine line, like I always say, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should, and I think the waters get muddied between people who are actually imparting real fitness knowledge and people who are there for the entertainment factor and making money off of it, and so in my opinion, yeah, it has been very hypersexualized, but then again, so has the entire world.
Can I add on to that?
Go ahead.
I'm agreeing with Rodney and Titus. There was a point in time where everybody was doing booty programs, and it felt like any woman that, whether it was natural or fake, that had a booty and no experience could say, hey, look at my booty program. Come buy my booty program. Make a lot of money doing it. I'm not a hater. Get your coins. But that in itself is very sexualized. And we all know that.
Anybody got a rebuttal with that?
I totally disagree, because I was one of those females that had a booty program years ago. It was I've had two actually, and my butt is real. But I had a before and after photo from after I had children and just had some things going on in life, and my body changed drastically to where I focused on changing my food and, working out, doing certain lifting exercises. And it appeared that I got my butt done or had something done to it. So I started a movement called BYOB, which stood for Build Your Own Butt. And the program really was specifically focusing on how you can build your own butt the natural way. Obviously, a lot of the images and a lot of the exercises were visuals of my butt, the people who've used the program, their before and afters. You know, I would use the word glute a lot in my captions just so I wouldn't overuse the word butt, but I never felt like I was sexualizing it because I'm literally showing
Well,
you how I built this body part. It
well,
would be no
Sabrina,
different than a man flexing his arms on arm day. And I think whoever's watching may interpret it's interpreted it based on how that person feels. But the reality is, it's not really a way to sell that program without showing my butt, you know.
but
And in the community I was in, especially in Atlanta, it was a need for women to learn how to do that because the market where the women were not getting butt jobs or fat transfers or whatever, they still wanted to lift their butt or grow their butt or whatever. And that was my market. I'm able to show you, and you see I can do it because I'm showing you my natural before and after.
But Sabrina, I've been following you for a long time, and the way you did it, and I remember when you did that program, you did it tastefully, and as a fitness professional, I got the sense that you knew what you were talking about and it was legit. I didn't feel like you were selling false hopes or you didn't know what you were doing. When I watched your Instagram, I felt like you knew what you were doing and you were helping in a real legitimate way, as opposed to other fitness influencers who never touched a weight in their life, thinking it's cool because I have a fat ass that I'm going to make a booty program. It's two totally different things.
I agree with that. And there is. That's why I kept saying my market was to the natural girls. I know people personally that get tummy tucks or lipo or whatever and then say, I'm gonna transform your waist. That is not how I do my program. But yes, there are a lot of people out there that put out false advertisement to get money. Every industry does that. But to be on topic, is it too sexualized or is it getting too sexualized? I think it's been that way from the beginning. Somebody mentioned it's always been like that. I'm also an athlete. When I was running track, I didn't have any clothes on. Literally, I'm running in briefs and sports bra tops. And no one's looking at it like, oh, that's sexy. If you see a fitness person, well, they shouldn't. I'm sure there are some people, but you get what I'm saying. Nobody, they shouldn't. Whereas I used to play football in the LFL, that entire league is sexualized. So when I was saying I'm comparing our industry to others who are specifically saying, here, wear this to promote sex to attract men. I don't think that our industry is as bad as others because our uniform has not changed. Our uniform has been the same. Other industries are changing their uniforms, changing their tactics, changing their marketing schemes to now attract our people. We're all selling a facade, you know, so if I'm still doing the same exact thing, literally, maybe now I'm toning it down because I'm older, I have children, I've been married, so I'm very mindful of the pictures that I take. So I'm kind of declining, and I can only speak for myself, but I know other people who are serious in the industry. If they want to compete with the other industries, they might have to show a little bit more skin because the other industries are so maxed out.
All right, before everybody discuss, we're gonna watch this. We're gonna watch this little video for the previous class, the previous video with the ladies.
Okay.
Hey Sabrina, I want you to go back and go to your settings to you see a little echo in your you and Terrence got a little echo. So I want y'all to fix that before we start this video. So watch this video. We're gonna fix that.
A lot of haters will say that.
Haters? What you mean by that? Tell me what you mean by that.
I mean, because I done had my fair share of some negative comments, oh, you posting this now, la la. I've even had guys like say things like, "You wearing shorts in the gym now?" Yeah, because I got the gains.
The topic, I was like, first of all, the limits that have been placed on women since the beginning of time, is getting on my nerves. Okay, and so when we you know, all four of us and many of the people who follow your platform, Kevin, come here for motivation, and they come here and we go to the gym and we do our things because we want to feel and look good. And if I want to wear whatever the hell I want to, I'm going to, okay, I'm going to do it. Yes.
Yes, I do think that social media has led to an over.
So we saw that video from for the women. We had a group of the women. Shout out to Miss Rashad Ali, Kim, and Sabrina and Lala. But I always want to ask the women, what is the limit? Because sometimes y'all say it's my body, it's my choice, but what is the limit when it comes to it's too sexual in the fitness industry? Go ahead, Kim. Kim. Go ahead, Tiff.
Can you hear me clearly? Is
Yeah.
it good?
Yep.
Okay, so as myself, although I have the body I have, I do not wear certain things to the gym because I do not want certain things.
You got an echo too. What's going on today?
Have echo?
Yeah, you got an echo. Go ahead, Dani. You answer that. Go ahead, Dani.
I think it depends. Like, I mean, I do agree with you should be able to wear what you want to wear, whatever you're comfortable with. But me personally, I'm not going to go too overboard with what I'm putting on when I'm in the gym setting because I don't like all of that excess attention. That's me. But in the same breath, I mean, I feel like women should go into the gym with what makes them feel most comfortable and confident while they're working out.
Rodney, what you think?
Well, I think that, yeah, they are getting a little too, exposed with the clothing. But at the same time, if you're comfortable in it, wear it. But just, be clear with your intentions, man. If you're trying to get that attention, just say that. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to act like you not like, oh no, I'm not trying to bring attention to my butt or whatever your highlighted body part is. But just have clear intentions. And one thing I do want to add to the conversation, it's not just women. Let's not just hammer the ladies.
Of course. I'll go bring that up. I'll go talk about it. Go ahead, though.
Yeah. Let's not just hammer the ladies like they're the only ones, right? I get a lot of male coaches come to me all the time, and they wondering why they're having a hard time taking their prices up. And I look at their content, I look at their platform. I'm like, well, the answer's right there, bro. Like, you're selling too much of your body. Like you pimping yourself out to these ladies. You're showing too much of the package. You're showing too much abs. You got your pants pulled all the way down there with your pubic hair showing. Like, no woman is going to take you serious at a higher price point when you just selling your whole body.
Go ahead, Titus.
Yep.
All right. I think we have to make something very clear. And I think sometimes we're losing track of things. It's not even what you wear. Okay. Because let's go back to even the 1970s, right? Female bodybuilding. They've been wearing thong bikinis and stuff like that. Female volleyball has been wearing booty shorts. Sabrina mentioned track girls. They wear the smallest of pants. Okay. It's the act that makes it sexualized. So yeah, you can go in the gym with boy shorts on. You can go in with short shorts on. You can record yourself doing a squat. You can record yourself fully working out. There's nothing wrong with that. When it becomes sexualized is when you start to make certain gestures and movement and aiming the camera in a certain direction, calling attention to things, right? When a girl is running track, right? She's not out there calling attention to her print. When a girl is doing a bodybuilding show, she comes out, she's flexing, she's showing her muscles and stuff. In order to do that, she has to have on a string bikini. No one says a female bodybuilding show is sexualized. The uniform hasn't changed, at least from what I know, since the 80s.
Yeah.
Okay. Girls volleyball, same thing. Women's tennis, they wear the shortest of shorts since the 60s and 70s. Not sexualized. All right. It's the act that makes it sexualized, not the clothes. All right. It's the act. And a lot of times, and we can all admit, right, that we do have some people who are now posing in the fitness, community as fitness people when truly they're just entertainers. All right. And so just because you have a booty program does not mean you're promoting sex. All right. If you're promoting a glute program, guess what you're going to show? You're going to show the movement. You have to show the movement, at least if you really want to teach people how to do it. And it is actually a valid thing. That's not necessarily sexual. All right. Doing a glute bridge or doing a hip thrust is not necessarily sexual. Right. Mm-hmm. But if you angle that camera the right way, it goes from teaching to entertaining.
Go ahead, Sabrina.
How's my sound now?
Perfect.
Okay, I was trying to work it out. I didn't know really what was going on. Back to the original question when you said, what's too much or where do you draw the line? I think that changes for every individual. You know, like and you have to know your audience. So for my audience, me wearing too little clothes, that does not work for me and my audience. They're a little older, and my audience are not women that are already in shape. So me taking off my clothes is intimidating for them, and I appear to be unattainable or unachievable. That does not work for my audience. So if I'm really trying to sell something, then I know, okay, I have to put on some clothes and just show my curves through the clothes, you know, or just show me dressed up and just that I look good in the outfit. That sells on my platform. So depending on what your goal is on social media, we all have different goals. I do know women that are showing their bodies and they're not selling anything. They just want to show their body. And they may be in shape. They may have gotten surgery, whatever. If they're just trying to get the attention that is attracted from showing their body, then nothing is too much for them. If I put on the thong, I know one of my followers is going to report the post. Like, I know he is. You know, and I've thrown some stuff out there in my time just to test it out. I also am a coach and I have kids and I have athletes that follow me. I can't do that and expect to still make money. So I think that it just varies from person to person. For me, anything in my pennies, I'm pushing it on my platform.
Go ahead. Who else want to rebuttal? Go ahead, Tiff.
Do I sound better now?
Yes.
Yeah, so like I was saying, as for myself, when I go to the gym, I try to, you know, dress more conservatively. I'm just more comfortable that way. You're more than likely never going to catch me in the gym in short shorts with a sports bra on, but that's just my level of comfort. You know, it may not work for other people, but that's what works for me. And also, aside from that, it's almost like all women who are fitness gurus were all grouped under the same umbrella, which we should not be, but for some reason we are. So it's like they'll just be under the assumption that just because one fitness guru, you know, posts her full booty and a full thong, or they're doing, you know, workouts by the pool in their thong bikinis, that, you know, I'd do something like that. Maybe Sabrina would do something like that. You know, it just like we're just all under the same umbrella. So you'll get people in the gym like, oh, what's your Instagram? Because they just assume that if they come to your page, right, they're going to see something sexualized. That part is kind of annoying. But it's like, truthfully speaking, every time you scroll, you see somebody's butt or you see something sexual. Like, it's kind of oversaturated now to the point where I no longer sell booty programs because I'm just tired of seeing ass. I just am. I just am. We all can appreciate a nice butt, you know, done classy or whatever the case. But when it becomes soft porn to a certain extent, it's like, all right now. But this goes for both sides, men and women.
Yep.
Because men, y'all be doing stuff too. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I ain't mean to single out the ladies though.
Yeah, and I don't want.
I'm not singling out the ladies.
I don't want this to seem as if.
Go ahead, Titus. Go ahead.
I don't want this to seem as if, and you're right, I don't want this to seem as if this is one-sided, because you know what? I've seen some guys like overexposing their print and all that kind of stuff. Like I go, that's not even necessary. That's not necessary.
Yep.
All right. Do your exercise. It's fine to show your physique. You know, like I said, it's not even the clothes, because you know what? These guys are not going out there even in clothes that people wear in bodybuilding shows. But it's the gestures and how they're positioning and showing it that now makes it sexual. You know, like I said, nobody's been to a bodybuilding show and called it over sexualized, and they have on the least amount of clothes. All right, it's the act. And yes, there's a lot of guys that are doing too much too. So I don't want this to just be, oh, the girl, because you know what? It's the guys are doing too much, and the guys are the ones who are liking it.
Yep.
So if people didn't like it, they wouldn't do it.
So
ahead,
that's
Dani.
why now I just try to make my platform more based on wellness. I don't want to necessarily sell certain programs to target this body part and that. It needs to be all about wellness, and that's it. That's what I'm trying to shift more towards. I'll show my body when necessary, right? To show the results that I can, get not only from myself but from my clients. But as far as everything else, I'm just tired of seeing it. So I don't want to be in that box. So I'm just not gonna do it anymore.
Hey, Terrence, you got something to say?
Yeah, man. Is my microphone good?
It sound better. Sound better.
Ah, cool. At a point as a trainer, owning a gym, I actually realized when I was recording my clients, I caught myself only wanting to record the attractive girls, only wanting to record the girls with the booty, only wanting to record the girls that were half naked. And I like recognized that was a flaw that I did and it was not right. And I'm looking back at it like, T, you was bugging. Like, you really putting that out there. No, that's your focus, but you're not really focusing on the actual fitness aspect. You're focusing on the sexualization. That's how I know it was sexualized. And I felt like that's the only thing that would get the views, that would get the sales. Because let's just be honest, if somebody's fully covered and they're doing a squat, nobody wants to look at that. If a girl's naked, well, wearing athleisure, they want to see that if she looks good. And that actually helps promote your business at that point in time. And like you said before, it's definitely oversaturated. Now you look everywhere, it's just half naked men and women doing exercises. So it's like, that doesn't even mean anything anymore. But there was a point in time where if you posted more of that, you got more attention. And that's clear cut sexy. I don't know how else to put it. I promoted leading with sex in mind. That's a fact. And I'm just being 100% real with you guys. And yeah, I'm sure other people can relate to that as well.
Well, let
Do
me
you?
say
Oh,
this. Let me
go ahead,
say
Sabrina.
this. I think that we just got used to doing what other people were doing. Listen, if y'all go to my page, most of my views, I'm jump roping with scullies on, I'm fully clothed. People will watch what you post. If you want to change, like Tiff, if you want to change the dynamic, do it. If your audience rocks with you, they're gonna watch what you put out there. We've convinced ourselves that sex is only gonna sell. There's nothing sexual about how I jump rope. It's intriguing and it's entertaining. And I found a way to, and I don't get dressed to jump rope. Like literally, it's sometimes I make the videos right after I've gone like doing my cardio runs or whatever, and I look horrible. I have on my hat, I have on, because I'm purposely saying, y'all just look at what I'm doing. Don't look at me, look at what I'm doing. And they rock with that. And I've now trained my audience. When you come to this page, this is what you're gonna get. If I happen to throw something sexy out there, you're lucky. It's a treat for y'all. But on this page, I was able to continue to grow my following because I trained them on what I wanted them to, or how I wanted to portray my image. And so if we stop feeling like, oh, because what's the name is doing this or he's doing that, let it work for him. Do you. Whatever works for you, people are gonna conform. The ones that feel like, oh, he ain't showing the booty pics no more, I'm gone. I promise you that follower is going to be replaced with somebody who really just wants to see the exercise, who really just wants to learn, what it is that you're doing, the instruction, who's really just there to get what you're offering.
Okay, so I just want to say this: as influencers, as trainers, are we? I'm not gonna say slave, but are we like? Might as well say slave or performers to our followers when it comes to certain body parts, because you could see like if I post my client or one of my transformation people or whatever, or myself showing my booty or my abs, that will get more recognition showing this the particular exercise. Do you think we become slaves to that? Go ahead, Tiff.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, for me, I use my body as bait.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I use it for. And once I reel you in, then I start to educate you, right? So, at first glance, when you see me, you'll probably think I'm just, another fitness girl that's going to be on there, possibly twerking or whatever the case. But then once I start to speak and I have knowledge and expertise on certain things, I hold your attention with that. But the bait is the body. So there's no way of getting around that. And yes, at some certain times you may feel as though you're a circus act, right? You're juggling balls and you have to, right? But that's what you have to do to reel them in. But once I reel you in, I actually have something to say. I can actually educate you, right? I can actually get you these results. But you're not expecting that probably when you first see me and see my body. So I just use my body as bait.
Go ahead, Dani.
Well, I'm not a trainer or anything, but I do work out with Tarrant, and I am a person that kind of promotes just overall wellness. Like, I like to eat healthy, I take care of myself, I work out, and I guess my body is kind of bait too, because I just show what I do, and these are the results.
Go ahead, Sabrina.
My page is different, y'all. Like, it just really is. I bait people in with my talent and my beauty, my natural skin, my smile. Like, even when I do my reels, the cover photo is either like a nice natural selfie, or just like the silhouette of me jump roping. And I always have clothes on when I jump rope, and so my captions may not have anything to do with jump roping though. It may just be something motivational, something encouraging, a challenge for them to do that week. But, and I haven't always done that though. I've conformed to this. I used to bait them, if I was selling a fitness program, it was always my body, until I learned, like, man, I'm really good at some other things. And the people who are coming to my page just to see my body, they're not even the ones buying the program. So who are the people who are buying the program? Let me, I did an audit of my page, figured out who those people are who were actually buying the programs. And those were not the ones, that I thought. The ones that are buying the programs are them that's really trying to get the results. And if I'm baiting them with my body, they don't care about the results. The viewers are not the ones that want the results. The viewers are just the ones that's scrolling for entertainment. And so once I conform to show the talent, show the result, show the information, get them to read the caption, they're going to be intrigued by whatever they see. Then I know that, my percentage of buyers is now going higher. But like I said, I didn't start off that way. I conformed to that. I do think that if you make the adjustment, your followers will change and they'll adjust with you. And now I never have to feel pressure anymore to like get dressed, put my makeup on. Like, this is what you're going to get, and they rock with that.
Hey, Sabrina, you have headphones? Because you still have echo in your background.
I have an echo again.
Yeah. Hey, Brother Titus, you can answer that question?
Yeah. To Sabrina's point, I want to make sure that I reiterate that. If you're actually a business person, the people who are actually purchasing products and programs, right, are not the people who are clicking on the booty videos. Those people, like she said, they're just there for entertainment. All right. For instance, I know as a guy that the shirt off workout, when I'm showing abs and stuff, gets way more likes, clicks, views, and everything like that. Whereas if I'm showing something more that's germane to, training your posterior chain, right? People who are going to be interested, people who actually want to be interested, they'll ask questions. Why do you do that? I always put the reason why. And so, we don't have to necessarily succumb to what the algorithm wants or what is most popular. All right. What is your purpose? Are you here to be popular, or are you here to educate and run a business? Right. And if you're here to educate and run a business, to Sabrina's point, to Tiffany's point, you impart knowledge. And, some people can choose to use the body as bait, right? That's fine if you want to do that. But, I don't, and something that Tiffany said earlier, she doesn't do certain programs anymore. I wouldn't let the bad actors deter you. you know, you have to do what's best for you and just be mindful of what you do. But yeah, the people who are actually the ones liking, you know, the booty videos, those are not the people who are actually you're selling anything to anyway. So, no, I don't conform.
Go ahead, Rodney.
So yeah, I just want to add on to what everybody's saying, man. It's all about what you get your audience used to. You know, just speaking for myself personally, my audience, they already know, right? I don't have to take off my shirt to teach an overweight man how to lose weight, right? So kind of something like Tiffany said, sometimes you have to use your body as that clickbait. And I do a mixture of it here and there, right? So my audience have grown to learn. They've been conditioned by my content. Like, hey, listen, unless he's with a professional photographer, this guy don't take his shirt off. So all of this content he's putting out, it's all educational. You got to just take it and be good with it, because really you're going to get what you come into my page for, which is learning how to lose weight and hit your goal, right? So I think it's all about based on what you're going to condition your audience to do, expect from you. If you want to do the booty stuff, do that. You know what I'm saying? But be clear with the intentions again.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on today. I don't know what's that crackling noise coming from.
Yeah, I thought it was just me.
I'm sorry, all the audience. I'm sorry, the viewers. I don't know what's going on today. I never had this before.
It stopped.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Ooh, I don't know what that was. I don't know. But anyway, I have a video to show y'all. I want y'all to give y'all preference. I want to see, like, y'all just watch it. Y'all see.
Wow.
Oh.
Now, y'all watch that video. Like, who is in wrong? Is the guy in wrong?
She's wrong. She is wrong.
She looking back at it though.
Yeah, she's selling it.
Yeah, exactly. She looked back at it, kept going.
She looking back at it.
She did wrong.
So my thing is, it's like I said, we're not just targeting women, because we see men do this as well too. Like, do people perform their audience, like you said? It's not in social media, in real life as well too.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Because that she was showing her thing for real, for like it was OnlyFans in real life. We just lost Dani, but yeah. So, like I said before, like is what we doing in social media when it comes to sexuality. I hear people say sex sells. Does sex is it longevity or is it shortevity? You can answer that one.
I think
So
sex was selling since the beginning of time.
Go ahead, Sabrina. What you say?
So you're asking, does sex sell for the long run, or is it just a very short
long run or is
term
it short
sale?
run?
I do believe that it's a short run, because you know what you want to have is high retention. And so if someone comes for the sex, the image of it or whatever, I've had people just buy something because they just feel like I look good, never use the program. That's not going to be a customer that I retain. It's not going to be a follower that I retain, unless, like Tiff said, you're in the circus act juggling, and now you're a slave to finding new ways to sell your body in a sexy way, and you can never get out of that. But even with that, it's not going to retain the same customer. It's going to just acquire a new one. And so I think that if it's, more information based, more result based, that is what works for the long run.
Go ahead, Tiffany.
It's definitely something that's short term. I like to think of the bigger picture. when I do things. So, like for instance, when you have these major companies reaching out to you, you know, because of the amount of followers you have, and then they audit your followers and see that you mainly have male followers, they're no longer going to be interested. Okay, I've had, you know, a lot of companies reach out to me and they're actually amazed by the amount of female followers that I have in ratio to male followers. So I'm, you know, someone that they would want to do business with, you know, long term wise and things like that, because they know that the turnover, they're gonna get what they came for. Versus, oh, you have a million followers, but are those a million monetary followers or a million people there just to watch you do this circus act that you do? That's the difference.
Go ahead, Terrence. Go ahead.
So, just going back to, is fitness sexualized? I still 100% say yes. And one of the reasons why is, I would say the majority of the people that come to see a trainer, they're going because they want to get sexy. And they may see you as a trainer and say, hey, you have that body type I want to look like, or I want to be as sexy as you. So by default, sex is always going to be in the picture. And that just is what it is. And, the guys on this panel right now, every single one of you guys seem to be very mature and you know what you're talking about. And you can lead with information and actual substance, but every single last one you hear is attractive at the end of the day. So people are attracted to you in some kind of way, and that is sexual, whether you want to say it or not. The male and the females are here. So I just have to keep on saying that it is sexual no matter how you put it. Some people lead more with information, some people lead with more sex. And I think it's a sliding scale from 1 to 10. 10 being you're 100% all sex, no substance, and 1 being, I look good, but I actually know what I'm talking about, and I'm going to show both. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that either.
Go ahead, Brother Titus.
Yeah, I have to agree with the ladies on this. It's short-lived, and you have to decide, like Tiff said, what direction you want to go and who you want to be, and but in my 50 plus years of experience, the cheap route usually doesn't last long. The fast route doesn't last long. You'd rather build a client as opposed to a customer. All right. And the client building thing is difficult. The fads don't do it. Real information does it. Real care does it. Real content does that. And when you start to look at your following, like she said, if you have a high amount of interested people, like a female trainer that has a high amount of female followers, right? Female customers. And there you go. You're a viable business person at that point, as opposed to just an entertainer.
Like I always see a lot of people that try to transition themselves to fitness that used to be like a former, like you see former strippers that became pole dancers or instructors. You have people that was what you call them, a security guard, bouncers that become fitness. They become personal trainers. You have a lot of people that as IG models become influencers into fitness. So people see that the fitness is a long run. So like I said, I think when it comes to sexuality, people look at certain people as an attraction, not sexual. So when they attracted to a certain body type or a person's aura, they definitely be attracted to. Like Tiffany, your example, people love you, man, women, they love you. Like
I
give me an
mean,
example of why people so much. I want to know because she has a beehive.
A beehive. Okay. What you want to know? What am I elaborating on here? What's the question, Kev?
Because you transitioned. I forgot what you did before you became a fitness influencer, but you transitioned and people just love you. What made you transition to fitness, or you always into fitness before you became what you is now?
So I was in the realm of exotic entertainment,
Mm-hmm.
but it was solely for women. So that's a whole nother
That's a whole nother story.
That's a whole nother.
That's a
So
whole
I only
biopic.
entertained, my entire audience was female. Okay. Now, granted, a few men would be in the building here and there, but like you said, I'm just loved by all. But I've always been into fitness, so it was easy for me to kind of transition into that. The only thing I had to get more comfortable with was showing my body.
Mm.
Because as weird as it may sound, being in that exotic entertainment realm, I wasn't one that was known for getting completely naked. I've never done that. That's never been my thing. So I had to get more comfortable with showing more skin once I got actually, into fitness, which is weird, but I had to adjust to that. But I'm still conservative, so to speak. I show what needs to be shown here and there, in doses. You're not gonna come on my page and see a bunch of cheeks as you're scrolling. It's not that type. It's not that type of page. But I just, do what's necessary. But it was kind of an easy transition, kind of. Kind of had to get rid of some of the old crowd because they couldn't differentiate between the two. But yeah,
Oh yeah, because it's not just a woman. When I was thinking about when Rodney was talking about the men, like this past week, Wiz Khalifa went viral because of his so-called thirst trap. He went in his little biker shorts with his meat out right there. Got the camera right there in between his legs, doing I don't know what he was doing, lunges or shoulder press or whatever. And I remember I forgot the guy's name. Was it Wallow
Gilly.
or Gilly talked about it, and he felt bullied. So, is it to the male perspective? Is it guys getting? Is it worse seeing guys doing it with the dirt strap more than women, or is this okay? Anybody
Uh,
can jump into it.
it ain't okay either way, man. People coming on this platform to learn, right? Like a lot of people, when they come on Black Fitness, they come on our pages, any of these amazing influencers, they looking to learn. And like everybody else said, some people looking to just be entertained, right? But for the majority of the people that I come in contact with, they looking to learn, right? So all of that nonsense right there, man, that's just like it's watering down the industry.
You said it's watering down the industry.
Yeah.
Like
People
how?
it's like people can't come to learn. They come and they got to weed through all the distractions. They got to weed through all the booty videos, all the dick prints, and all of that stuff, right? All of that stuff. Like you see brothers, they got on gray sweats and they jump roping with no drawers on. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, you know what you're doing, bro. You're trying to get the clicks, the likes, and the views. You're not trying to educate these folks on high intensity interval training, right? Because that's not going to sell, right? But it will.
How can I say this? This guy, y'all probably know who this Kyle Green.
Mm-hmm.
You could say he probably doing too much at the same time too, because I don't know what you would call it. He go on stage in different countries and he with his thong on and he just flexing his muscles. You could probably say the same thing, but people look at that as he's posing bodybuilding for other people. That's not even a show. Can you say that as well too?
Well, that's a totally different animal, right?
How he's not it's not Olympic. He's not bodybuilding. He's performing people.
He's performing opposing routines as opposed to my man doing lunges in these little biker shorts with the camera zoomed in on one specific area. That's a complete thirst trap, right? Instead of putting on an actual show, displaying your body all over.
I agree. I just want to make a point so people don't feel like I'm attacking women.
It's the brothers do it too, but like I said in the beginning, that's a lack of knowledge. They ain't got nothing to teach nobody, so they just gotta say, fuck it, let me get my coins how I can and just show what I got. That's why taking that route is short-lived, because at the end of the day, folks gonna get tired of you. They're gonna get sick of seeing what you got to offer, and they're gonna move on. As opposed to the pages, like I've got fitness influencers I've been following since I was 14 to now 30, because I know when I go on this gentleman's page, when I go on this lady's page, I'm gonna learn something, right? Those are the pages. Those are the people that's gonna stick around for the long haul.
So why do people say sex sell?
Because it does.
It does.
Not in story.
Sex is eternal. Sex is eternal. It can't go. It's never going to go anywhere. It's like it's primal. We're never going to stop thinking about sex, right?
Mhm.
Ever. There's nothing we could do about it. Even when we are in old age, we're going to be thinking about sex. Well, maybe not so much, but still, you know.
So you
You
don't
don't think about it, you're not gonna do nothing with it.
Hey, if you work out long enough, you know, if you stay in the gym, you'll be able to, you know, be sexual for as long as you can.
I hear that.
So y'all don't think personality overtakes sexuality?
Yes,
100%.
Personality takes it.
100%.
it does.
Go ahead.
For
Go
me,
ahead.
yes. For me, yes.
Why?
Because anybody can be sexy,
Mm.
but when you open your mouth, what do you have to say?
Lord
Can
have
you
mercy.
keep someone's attention? Anybody can have a nice butt, a nice body, be pretty,
Yeah.
but do you have a brain? Can you teach me something? You're only gonna hold someone's attention but so long with those butt cheeks.
Yeah. And you know
There's
what?
always gonna be another butt that you can look at.
And you know
What do you
what?
have to say?
Because I've been excited to talk to you because Instagram, they got that little weird thing going on where you can't follow me, I can't follow you.
I
I
forgot about
know.
that.
I don't know.
I forgot about. She blocked you, bro. She blocked you.
I
On
did
the low,
not.
she blocked me. On the
I
low,
would definitely
right?
tell you if I did. Trust.
Not for real though. Like that right there, that is
Mhm.
so true, right?
Yeah.
So true.
Where's the lie? Anybody can have a nice butt. How many nice butts do we see all day long scrolling?
Right.
You
That's
know
why
how many pages I
the-
follow? Nice
yeah.
butts, but it's like, all right now, how many butt videos you gonna put out? Like, okay, here we go again with the jump squats. Here we go.
Mhm.
Like, okay, what else do you have? It gets boring after a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'll lose a follower and then you'll gain a new one, but they'll get bored and you'll lose. Like, so it's back and forth. So what's the goal?
More booty.
What's the goal? So
But then again though, it's all about your intentions, right? Like if I post a picture or a video of me or whatever, my audience is already conditioned. They already know, regardless of how that photo or video comes off, this dude is married. He not playing that shit. Like even if somebody that they're new to my page and they don't know the culture I've built, they come on my page, some young lady like, oh dang, daddy, that's hot. My followers are like, boom, who is that? Like last week, my wife, she commented on my picture. Dang, who is that? Such and such and such. Whatever my wife said in the comments. One of my followers like, yo, you know he married, right? You got to chill. She's like, excuse me.
Well, at least he checking him like, hey, he married. Chill out.
Right. Right. But it's all about the culture you build with these platforms that have such a big impact on people, man.
You got any words, Brother Titus?
No, I'm in agreement with everybody. I think this particular group of people, we're pretty much all saying the same thing, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, nobody's in denial here. Yes, sex sells, but we don't have to be slaves to it. We don't have to succumb to it. We can rise above that. We can, you know, be the professionals that we're supposed to be and actually help people out, as opposed to continuing the same. I don't want to call it foolishness, but that's what it looks like, you know, from a distance sometimes, foolishness that we see that's just pervasive everywhere, where everybody's just basically stripping, you know. We don't have to do that.
Go ahead, Tarrant. Can you hear me?
That sound is back again.
Yeah, crackle, right?
Yeah.
It's Terrence. Terrence, can you hear me? Yeah, this has been a weird episode. I don't know what's going on with the echo. I don't know what's going on with the service. But yeah, like we were saying about the personality, I always joke about. I said Instagram saved IG models' life because they had to use Twitter, their account be blank. So I agree. Your personality is a longevity. Look at Cardi B. Look at Tiffany Haddish. They personality got them. Ain't they looks? Everybody ain't gonna say they are beautiful women, but they look at their personality.
Mhm.
When we look at Tiv, we look at Morgan Dawn. she got a great personality. But people love her body, but they love her personality because of how outgoing she was. Even though she had a great transformation, a great coach, people love her personality. So whatever they do, they will follow and do with her. So I do think my opinion when it comes to fitness is getting sexual, but it makes everybody feel sexy. So that's the only thing that's the only thing about fitness. So I thank everybody for coming on the show. Like I said, it was a weird day. I don't know why everything was so many echoes. I don't know, was it crackle noise? Got my dishwasher noise. I don't know what's going on today. So like I apologize to the viewers. We're gonna do it better. We definitely gonna have everybody come back on here. Next week we're gonna have a great show. I can't announce who's the guest gonna be next week, but I could say Titus is gonna be the next week. The topic is gonna be influencers, art influencers, and role models. So we're gonna discuss that. Like I said, I can't announce. I want to announce who the guests are, but I need to approve a confirmation from the assistants first. So I thank everybody for coming on. Anybody got last remarks before we go?
Stop showing ass so much. That's all I gotta say. Use your brain, do what you gotta do, but make sure you got something to say. Cause everybody got ass. That's all I'm gonna say.
I just think that these conversations are very healthy. It shows that people are thinking. It shows that we're conscious, and with these kind of conversations, maybe we can steer the community in the right direction, to where, at worst, people can differentiate themselves from from the others by being mindful of the things they put out there. So yeah.
Rodney?
Less entertainment, more education. That's what fitness need to be all about.
We had a little bit entertaining, but
that's why we got music. You can edit music in there. Entertain with the music. Do some.
Hey, we got Gorilla. What's his name? Big Gorilla Guru. Whatever his name. Guru Gorilla.
Yeah.
Hey, he entertaining. He's into fitness. Titus said nah. Titus said nah. But yeah, I thank y'all for coming on. I definitely gonna have y'all come on again whenever y'all available. I think all the people that's watching, once again, I'm sorry for the sound, the echo, the crackle, all that sound. I don't know what's going on today. We never had that before, but like I said, it's our fourth episode of doing this, so we're gonna get better each week. So like I said, I thank everybody for coming on. I know everybody in the panel left because I don't know what the hell, Wi-Fi is not that good. So but like I said, thank you everybody. Thank you for the panel, and everybody have a blessed day.
All right, now take it easy.